Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely well. So guys, in today's video we are going to talk about Angular CLI. First of all, we are going to understand what is Angular CLI, then we are going to learn about some important commands, and then finally an interview question. So before starting the video, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to my channel as I regularly post helpful videos. Also, if you are unaware, I have created a complete playlist on Angular, so you can go ahead and check this playlist too. So let us now start with our today's topic, and let us first of all see what is Angular CLI. So in order to read about Angular CLI, you can search for Angular CLI on Google, and the first link that you will get will be related to this Angular CLI website. So here let us read about what is Angular CLI. So if you remember, in our previous videos only we have used a lot of commands already from the CLI. So CLI stands for command line interface, and it is basically used to make our work very easy. So first of all, let us understand, is it compulsory to use CLI? It is not like can we not do any development without CLI in Angular? So no, it is not like so. But basically what happens is CLI makes our work very easier in Angular. For example, we have this app component. Now you can see inside this app component itself, we have 4 to 5 different files, right? So in this way, like if we are going to create one file from our own, and then if we are going to write the boilerplate code for each file, then it is going to take a lot of time for us to create just one component itself. But with Angular CLI, we get some ready-made material that will help us to just get started, and we do not have to write everything from scratch. Okay, so in this way CLI is very helpful for us. So now let's understand what are the important commands for Angular CLI. So first one is this installing Angular CLI globally, because if you remember, in our first video itself we have installed Angular globally on our system. So this command is used to install Angular CLI globally on your system. Okay, next is ng help. So let's try to run this command, what it is used for. So basically ng help will give you different commands that Angular CLI provides. For example, you can see there are multiple commands that Angular CLI provides to us: ng add, ng analytics. So ng add is used to add support for an external library to your project. In the similar way, analytics is used for configuring the gathering of Angular CLI usage metrics. So in this way, there are multiple commands that Angular CLI provides. Now, does it mean that do you have to learn all these commands? No, it is not like so. So in this video, we are going to see what is the majorly used commands that we will be needing while building our application. So let's move forward and let's see some of the more commands. So ng new my first project, we have already used this command, and it was used to create a new Angular application, right? Then ng serve, it was used to run our development server. So when we run this command, we run our development server in this way, and we can see our app on localhost, right? Moving on, let's see what all are the more commands that we have. So when we run ng help in our terminal, we got a lot of commands, right? Now if you have to read in detail about all these commands, you can go here and check this. Okay, so for example, add, analytics, build, cache, and all this. But it's not like you have to learn everything, because as I told, it's not like every command you will be using. There are a lot of commands. So let us see what we are going to use generally. So we are going to use generate most of the time. So let us read about generate. So when you click on this generate, it will take you to the next page, and here you can see what all things you can generate in Angular. So again, there are a lot of things that you can generate using the generate command in Angular. But let us see the most common things that we are going to generate in our applications. So some of the common things are like generating a class, then generating a component is very important and a common thing, then generating a module. So if you are working with previous versions of Angular, you might know that there is something that is called as module that exists in Angular. If possible, I'll create a separate video on modules, but in this video we are going to see how can we generate a module. Okay, and in this way you can generate interface, library, and a lot more things. So let's go to our terminal and let's see how can we generate a component. So first of all, let us read here itself what is the basic command to generate a component. So you can see ng generate component, and then your component name will generate a component for you. So let's go to our terminal. Let me clear this, and I am writing a command for generating a component. So ng generate component and my component name. So let me give a component name as login as of now. So what it will do is, once this command executes, my login components will get created. For example, if you see, it has created 4 different files, right? Component.html, component.spec.ts, component.ts, and component.css. And all of these are captured in my login folder. So if you see, I have these 4 files. Now we have already discussed about these files in our previous videos, but I'll explain you again one by one as we move ahead. So HTML file is basically used for displaying the HTML content. Then we have CSS file. This is used if we want to write CSS for this specific component. Next is our spec.ts. Basically this is for testing purpose. If we want to perform the testing, in most cases in this playlist we are not going to cover testing. So, and in the next one, that is login.component.ts, this is where we write all the logic. Okay, if you want to do any variable declaration and all, so this is the file where we do it. There is one more command for generating a component, which is the ng-gc and then login. So login is already done, so let me create another component header. So with this command also it will do the same purpose. This is just a shorter way of generating a component. So now you can see I have also got a header component with me. So we have seen a command how to generate a component. Now let us see how to generate a module. So in the same way, if I have to generate a module, how can I do it? So ng generate module and my module name. Okay, for example, my module name is user-auth. So in this way I will run the command and it will generate a module for me. Now as I told, for module I am going to create another separate video, and in that we will talk in detail about module. For example, you can see here our user-auth module is created, and in that we have one file, that is user-auth.module.ts. Okay, now let us consider a case where we want to generate a component inside our module. So for example, I have a module user-auth. Now I want to generate a component inside this. So what I'm going to write is ng-gc, or you can use the other command, which is ng generate component. And now here, instead of writing the component name directly, first you have to write your module name and then slash and then component name. Okay, so for example, my component name this time I want to keep it as user. So if I run this command, what it will do is it will generate a user component for me in this user-auth module. So you can see my user component is created. So in this way we can generate a component inside a module. Let's move forward and let's see how can we generate a class. So in the similar way, if you have to generate a class, you can write ng generate class and then the class name. Okay, for example, I can give the class name as hello. So now what this will do is this will generate the class files for me. So now you can see it has created two class files for me, that is hello.spec.ts and then hello.ts. Basically these are the class files. Now one more important command is to generate a build. So what we can use is ng build. So what build will do is build will create a production ready version of your app, okay, which you can host it on server to run your application on production. Okay, for now just understand this much, that there is a one command, that is ng build, which will create a build of your application, and this will be used to put your or host your application on server. So with this we have seen a lot of commands related to Angular CLI. First we have learned how can we generate a component, then we have seen how can we generate a module, and then component inside module, and then a class, and then how to run a build. So in this way these are some of the common commands that we can run using Angular CLI. Okay, now let's go ahead and look for the interview question for today. So what is TypeScript? Okay, so you know in Angular we usually use TypeScript, so it is very important for you to understand what is TypeScript. So TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript that offers excellent consistency. It is highly recommended as it provides some syntactic sugar and makes the code base more comfortable to understand and maintain. Ultimately, TypeScript code compiles down to JavaScript that can run efficiently in any environment. So this is a very generic introduction about TypeScript. What is TypeScript? Now, if you can understand TypeScript as a strictly typed language, wherein, you know, when we use JavaScript, we do not have to care much about the type of a variable. But when we use TypeScript, we specifically mention that before, while declaring itself, that the type of this variable is going to be this specific. For example, it is going to be of integer type or string type, like so on. Okay, so basically you can consider that TypeScript is a strictly typed language. So I think that's all for this video. We have covered a lot in this video. First of all, we understood what is CLI in Angular, and then we have learned some important commands, and then we have looked an interview question. So if you found this video helpful, please make sure to give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel too. Thanks for watching the video.